Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So in this week's video, I'm going to be showing you little finishing touches you could put around your house that's going to just make things look more classy and put together. These are all inexpensive, easy to do, and they're gonna make an impact. The reason I was inspired to do this video is because we have friends staying with us this weekend. So I was thinking about things I could put around the house to make things nicer and more comfortable. And our special guest, star of the show, Bardot, is back joining us today. If you missed last week's video, it's definitely worth checking out for her special cameo. Really quickly before jumping into it, I would love your opinion. I have a new lens and I would love to hear if you guys prefer this lens, which is option A. This is what I normally use. Or option B, it's a little bit more of a narrow lens, but it gives a better blurred background look. All right, I'm switching back to lens A for now, but let me know in the comments which of the lenses you prefer, or does it not make a difference? So anyway, with all that said, let's jump into it. First tip that's going to make your home look nicer in general is to go through and do a sweep to declutter. The less you have on your countertops and the less visual clutter you have in your home, it just makes things look cleaner and nicer. Sometimes with decor, less is more, and I just wrote a little poem. Sometimes with decor, less is more. This first thing is what I'm personally the most excited about, and it is this entry station that I have put together. So I will show you what I have here. The first thing is the Wi-Fi password. I put it in a nice frame and made it look pretty because this is something that I always have friends and family members asking me for. So you kind of beat them to the punch. You have it sitting out here prominently displayed, and no one's ever gonna have to ask you for your Wi-Fi password. I also have my hand sanitizer with a little gentle note to remind people to sanitize their hands. And that's mostly because Carter is still so young and vulnerable to catching germs. Next is a purse bin. So when your guests come over and they have their big bags, they know exactly where they can put them. They're not gonna lose them. You're not gonna have purses laying out all around your house. Next is I put a little charging station here for both Android and Apple phones. So whatever type of phone your friends have, they can charge it up. Next, I have an area for shoes. And lastly, on our entryway station, I have some different types of snacks set up. I think snacks are always a good idea. Next up is some things you could do to make your couches look nicer. We actually have an IKEA couch, and I love this couch. I think it is good quality. I love the way it looks, but to take it up a notch and make it look nicer than it is, get a nice throw blanket, and specifically I like faux fur throws just because they're soft and they're luxurious looking. Next is get some nicer, larger throw pillows to put on your couch. You could still find them at places like Home Goods, but I will go for the larger size and nicer quality material throw pillows. Next easy DIY upgrade is using this marble contact paper. You could find this on Amazon for $10, and there's so many different ways you can use this to make different areas of your home look nicer. I'm going to use this on my vanity because I have an inexpensive vanity. It's getting scratched up on the top. It doesn't look as nice. So I decided to put this on the top of my vanity to kind of give it a little refresh makeover, and it looks so much nicer. It covers up the damage. This is also something you can put on side tables or nightstands to give it that marble look without having to spend the marble price tag. Adding or changing out light fixtures is a really easy way to totally change the look of a room. We added these pendant lights in our kitchen. I found these on Overstock, and I think it just adds so much. If you have existing pendant lights, you can think about switching them out. Even if you're renting, you can sometimes switch them out and get a totally different look. Next up is adding medallions to your light fixtures. I always had seen these and thought they were really expensive. I came across this one at Home Depot. It was less than $50, and I just love the way it looks. It adds such a classy element. Something you may want to think about doing is switching out your outlet covers. So instead of just the basic plain white outlet covers, we found these stainless steel outlet covers and we replaced them in the kitchen, and it just gives a nice contrast and a different look. If you have the same problem that we did with very large blank walls and not knowing what to do with them, what we did here is we added some molding around our stairwell, and I am just obsessed with this. I love how it looks, and it's surprisingly inexpensive because all it really is these molding panels. We found somebody locally to do this. It only took half a day. It was not very much at all, and now it is one of my favorite features in our entire house. If you have a hanging flat screen TV on your wall, you may want to think about adding some lighting behind it. we have these LED lights that can change to any color, and it's a feature in our house that we always get asked about, and it was such an easy thing to do. I just got these strip lights from Amazon. They have the adhesive tape already built into it, so I literally just stuck it onto the back of the TV. You can also change out your hardware, so your knobs and your drawer handles around your kitchen or bathrooms, and just that simple change can totally change the look. Now moving on to the ambiance. These are some things that I like to have set up around the house just to make things feel a little bit nicer. The first is scent. I always like my home to smell good. Over the past few months, I've moved away from using candles and instead I use essential oils in diffusers around my home. And I just personally prefer those because they're very fresh and natural smelling. I can customize it to whatever day or season that I feel like. The last thing I like to do for guests in particular, especially if we have people staying over, is I go to the dollar store or Target and I get the travel size toiletries and I just put a little assortment out displayed nicely in the bathroom. So that way, if your guests do forget anything, they don't have to ask you, they have it there and easy to grab if they need it. So I'll put some extra toothbrushes, floss. I think it's a nice touch, easy thing to do that your guests will appreciate. All right, so those are my ideas for today. Let me know in the comments which of the things I shared today was your favorite idea. I personally think that the entryway station is my favorite thing. If you are new here to my channel and you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the red subscribe button so you will be notified of future videos that I post. I do home and lifestyle content. So with all of that said, thank you so much for watching and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye.